Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney, where savings are made simple. Go to www.shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals, and more. And make sure you download the Brothers Market app. It is a smart way to shop. Get into Brothers Market at 118 South Main in Sigourney and let Rick and the staff help you out, or give them a call, 641-622-2191.
Are you looking for the perfect holiday gift for a friend, colleague, relative, or hostess? An Iowa wine from Tassel Ridge Winery is an excellent place to start. Red, white, and blue and blackberry are very popular among sweet wine lovers, while fans of white wine love our award-winning Kendall Glow White and Brianna. For people who prefer pink semi-sweet wine, we offer Steuben and 8 other rosés. Dry wine lovers like our 2021 Iowa Petite Pearl. Tassel Ridge wines are available at the winery and at 350 retail outlets located all over Iowa.
Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small-town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Colbert Feed in Sigourney, more than just a feed mill. Colbert Feed is your horse source in Keokuk County. We provide bulk or bagged feed for your livestock. We have a selection of horse feed, dog food, cat food, and bird food. Colbert Feed is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. You can stop by and see Colbert Feed by the Expo in Sigourney or call 641-622-2828. That's Colbert Feed in Sigourney. The Keokuk County Veterans Affairs Office in Sigourney wishes you the very best this holiday season. And please remember those that aren't with their families this year, as they are protecting our great country. For more information on Keokuk County Veterans Affairs, contact Michelle Herman, the Veteran Affairs Administrator, at 101 South Main in Sigourney. Brushed by Jude at 116 First Avenue in Oskaloosa brings life back to your furniture. What was once viewed as dated or old-fashioned is transformed to have a whole new life ahead of it. Stop in and see Judy Gronendijk for furniture restoration. Plus, there are classes to learn how to paint furniture. Go to brushedbyjude.com for hours and more information. And stop in on the south side of the square in Oskaloosa to do some Christmas shopping at Brushed by Jude.
And here's your host, Steve Shedler.
Good morning, Southeast Iowa. Hey-o. Welcome in. It is time for the morning wake up here on Steve Shedler Media. Currently 27 degrees here in Southeast Iowa. Brothers Market is our headline sponsor for our morning wake up. And, you know, we'll take a look at their graphic as soon as I can find it and put it up on the screen. Brothers Market in Sigourney is your place to shop for your groceries. Savings are made simple. ShopBrothersMarket.com. Download the Brothers Market app. We thank Brothers Market for being a huge supporter of Steve Shedler Media and being our headline sponsor here on the Morning Wake Up. And we also are broadcasting live from the Oski Dental Studios. Schedule your appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at 641-673-4845. Accepting new patients. They're going to file your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta Dental provider at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. We thank Oski Dental. We thank Brothers Market for being big parts of Steve Shedler Media. All right, our forecast is brought to us by The Garden Gate, located at 105 South Jefferson in Sigourney, proudly serving Keokuk County and the surrounding area for 27 years. For today, clouds are going to be increasing. A high today of 39, not really much of a wind. It'll be a west becoming east under 5 miles per hour. Tonight, there is a slight chance of some rain, maybe mixing with some snow late, gradually ending. Cloudy, a low of 26. And again, that Precip chance at 30% for tonight. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 30. Northwest winds a little bit more gusty, up to 20 miles per hour. A low of 18 tomorrow night, so getting a little bit colder tomorrow night. Thursday, partly sunny, and a high of 40. Right now, our current conditions in southeast Iowa, humidity at 85%. Winds are southwest at about 5 miles per hour. The barometer at 30.23. Dew point at 24. And as I mentioned here a few minutes ago, currently, according to the National Weather Service equipment right here in the Oski Dental Studios, we have 27 degrees. Your weather is sponsored by the Garden Gate in Sigourney, which would be a great place to get some Christmas shopping done. By the way, you can also stop in there. Actually, all three of the sponsors that we've mentioned so far, Garden Gate, Oski Dental, and Brothers Market, all three places that you can get in and sign up, if you haven't yet, for Santa Steve's stocking. 6 a.m., we put up our This or That for today. Goes up at 6 a.m. each weekday on Steve Shuttler Media Facebook. And it's just something fun. You can comment on it if you'd like. This or That is a star topper or an angel topper. By the way, our sponsor for This or That every day is Stacy Flynn at the Legacy Insurance Group and Welcome Realty in Sigourney. So what do you put on top of your tree? Is it a star or is it an angel? We've got a star on top of our tree. But yeah, I'm fine with either one personally, but as far as our tree, we have a star. So This or That, star or angel on top of your tree. Our question of the day goes up at noon on Facebook. It's sponsored by Amy's Salon House and Spa at 202 North Main in Sigourney. What's the main dish for your Christmas meal? What do you guys usually have for the main dish for Christmas? Lunch or supper or whatever is the big meal for you guys. Now, you know what? Thinking about breakfast on Christmas Day, my mom always makes like the Christmas bake. So I always have to stop by her place after we open presents here at our house. I go over to her place, get some of the Christmas bake, and enjoy that. And then it's usually, Stacy usually makes the ham balls for our Christmas lunch. And then we just eat on those for the rest of the day. So main dish for your Christmas meal, Amy's Salon House and Spa, our sponsor for question of the day. Hey, we put this up yesterday, our weekly top 20. I know, surprise, 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 surprise. Anthony Schilling is at number 1. Did he set a record for most points? The little Facebook points that you can earn? Maybe. Over 9,000 Facebook points are tallied for Anthony Mark Schilling. Crazy. He just shares and shares and shares again. And then he shares again. That racks up all of his big points. Now, Bubby, a normal human being with Bubby's numbers would be number 1 on the list. But Anthony is not normal. He's not a normal human being. He is a Facebook point engaging machine. So Bubby is at number 2. Bubby, thank you for all that you do. Your likes, your comments, your shares. Levon at number 3. We got Nancy Dan rebounding to number 5. Curtis, Christine, Jaden, James, and Dave. Where's my wife on? Did my wife completely fall off the list? Oh, for shame. See what she gets for Christmas. All right. Weekly. That's your weekly top 20. Let's see here. Let's go to our tournament. For the Fun of It tournament for December is Christmas movies, sponsored by Shuttler Insurance Services. You can see Stacy for your insurance needs on the east side of the square in Sigourney. Home Alone versus Bad Santa is our current matchup. And you can go back to that post. It went up at 6 p.m. last evening. Voting goes till 6 p.m. this evening. Home Alone versus Bad Santa. Thumbs up for little Kevin McAllister, if I can spit it out. My cat is currently going bonkers, by the way. Home Alone versus Bad Santa. Last I checked, this was a complete and total blowout in favor of Home Alone. So most of the voting going in favor of Home Alone. There's your brackets as of right now. So far, It's a Wonderful Life, The Grinch, Charlie Brown, Christmas Story, Rudolph, and Elf have all moved into the second round. It would look like Home Alone will be also moving into that second round. And then coming up this evening at 6 p.m., got Miracle on 34th Street against National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Just Chevy Chase was just down in Ottumwa, Iowa over the weekend for that event at the Bridgeview Center, which was kind of cool. So, we'll see. I'm assuming Christmas Vacation. Boy, we got some great second-round matchups. If you're a fan of Christmas movies, there are going to be some big-time decisions coming up. Some hard decisions that you guys are going to have to make here over the next week and a half or so in this tournament. So, man, good luck to you. Again, right now it's Home Alone versus Bad Santa. Get your votes in if you haven't yet. What else do we have going? Oh, last night we had basketball here on Steve Shetler Media. Went to a Cardinal for the Sigourney Cardinal basketball games. The Sigourney boys and girls both came out as winners. Last night, our Sigourney Motors players of the game for Sigourney, Ike Molnix, had a huge game last night against Cardinal. There were a few different players that had really nice games last night. Ike, Isaac Bruns, we had John Berg. John Berg's always solid, rebounds and points. Trying to think. Solon Yates chipped in with some points. So, yeah, Sigourney had a nice night. Ike, we picked him as our player of the game. And then the girls' game, Charlie Smothers. Charlie was on fire last night. Again, we don't want to overlook Josephine Moore. Joe Moore had a huge game last night. Bryn Clarahan, she's just a freshman. She kind of had her normal night last night as well. She had 20 points. Josephine Moore had over 20 points, lots of rebounds. But Charlie Smothers was like the surprise. Man, she came out of nowhere. Unofficially, according to our stats, she had like 13 points. So Charlie got picked as our player of the game. It was Josh Clubb and Nathan Wood were the announcers last night. They don't even give me a vote in the player of the game. They just act like I'm not even there. I'm somewhat offended. But yeah, Charlie had a nice night last night. Ike Molnix had a nice night for the boys. Tough choices because a lot of players had big nights last night. So congratulations to Charlie and Ike with their big nights last night. Tonight, let's take a look at our schedule. We're moving right along on our basketball schedule. I don't know. This is a pretty ambitious basketball schedule for this winter here on Steve Shetler Media. We're focusing on Sigourney, North Mahaska, and Pekin, doing 8 games apiece for those teams. We've covered some North Mahaska. We've covered a few Sigourney games. Now we're going to get into some Pekin. We've got Pekin basketball tonight, also on Friday night. So tune in. That's Pekin versus Lone Tree tonight here on Steve Shetler Media. We'll go on shortly before 6. Josh Clubb and I will be hanging out at the Pekin High School tonight. So tune in. That's Pekin basketball versus Lone Tree tonight here on Steve Shetler Media. Let's take a look at our community calendar. It is sponsored by Enchanted Events. Make sure you book your next event at Enchanted Events, maybe even your Christmas event. If you got a Christmas get-together, you need a place to go for Christmas, book it. Book it now. Enchanted Events, just south of Sigourney, right off Highway 149. On our community calendar, do keep in mind, once again, coming up this Saturday is that bird food giveaway at the Environmental Learning Center in Oskaloosa. That's from 9 to noon on Saturday. Also on the calendar, the Keokuk County Historical Society and Museum raising some funds for some projects that they've got going on. So you can scan that little QR code in the corner there and help them preserve some history here in Keokuk County. And then also on the calendar, keep in mind the Sigourney Public Library has their monthly book chat. And that is coming up this Saturday at the Sigourney Public Library. So you see your schedule there for that monthly book chat. What else do we have going on? We did that. Oh, coming up this week, other than basketball, we do have Luke Thomas coming as our Iowa Music Showcase this Friday at Barnwired. Luke's an Australia boy, mate. And he'll be singing us some tunes. We'll get to know Luke together coming up this Friday at the Iowa Music Showcase at Barnwired. And then we'll be right back there at Barnwired on Saturday morning for the sports section. I'll be talking high school sports, so tune in. We'll be hanging out at Barnwired this weekend for the showcase on Friday and sports section on Saturday. Let's go ahead and do our birthdays. Happy birthday. All right, birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. Nikki Leathers, your realtor. Hometown-re.com. Give her a call if you want, 641-295-4142. Hometown side, we've got Mahaska Chambers Deanne DeGroot with a birthday today. So happy birthday to Deanne. She does lots of great stuff over in Oskaloosa for the Chamber. We've got Iowa country singer Ben Putman with a birthday today. We've got Sarah Bruns with a birthday today. And Cece Hoffman with a birthday today. So happy birthday, Cece, Sarah, Ben, and Deanne. So some hometown birthdays. They share their birthday with celebrities like Ernie Hudson, the actor Ernie Hudson. You know him probably best from the original Ghostbusters back in the day. Ernie turning 79 today. Actor, comedian Eugene Levy. I think it's Levy. Out by the levee. He's 78. Paul Rogers, rock and roll singer, 75 years old. From basketball, Iowa State Cyclone, and went on to have a great professional career. Jeff Greer, I believe he was Olympian as well. 59 years old for Jeff Greer. Heck of a player. Country singer Tracy Bird is 58. Mixed martial arts, Chuck Liddell. He is one bad man. Chuck Liddell turning 55. Actor Sean Patrick Thomas. You know you're a really good actor when you have three names. Sean Patrick Thomas. He is 54 years old. Actor Giovanni Ribisi. He's an actor that you would know him if you saw him. His name might not ring a bell, but Giovanni is a really good actor. He was in the first Avatar. He was kind of one of the bad guys. He was the bad guy that wanted to harvest whatever, the trees, and he was the bad guy. He also had a show on Amazon Prime. I can't remember what the name of that was. And then actress Mila Jovovich. She was in The Fifth Element. Is that what that movie was? She's kind of a model actress. Mila Jovovich. Fun name. Those are your celebrity and hometown birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. Nikki Leathers, your realtor. All right, we are moving right along here on the Morning Wake Up here on Steve Shuttler Media, brought to us by Brothers Market, live from the Oski Dental Studios. It is Tuesday, December 17th. Man, we are closing in on Christmas quick. Let's look at on this date in history. On this date in 1843, Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol was first published. 1843. On this date in 1903, the Wright brothers became the first to fly an airplane in America. 1903 for the Wright brothers. And then on this date in 1979, something called the Budweiser rocket set the unofficial land speed record at 739 miles an hour. That's pretty crazy. That was almost as fast as when Bud Light teamed up with that trans influencer here a few years ago, and they, rocketed their sails right into the ground. The Budweiser rocket. Today is, we were talking about the Wright brothers. It's National Wright Brothers Day. We salute you, Wright brothers, for flying. Today is National Say It Now Day. So, if you're going to say it now. It's National Maple Syrup. Do you say syrup? Pass me the syrup. Or do you say syrup? Syrup. Maple syrup day. Those are your days. All right. Before we go any further, let's hear from our headline sponsor, Brothers Market. Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney, where savings are made simple. Go to www.shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals, and more. And make sure you download the Brothers Market app. It is a smart way to shop. Get into Brothers Market at 118 South Main in Sigourney and let Rick and the staff help you out or give them a call. 641-622-2191.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams.
Try it again. You're getting the hang of this. Good job.
American Family Insurance.
Contact Christy Tarr in Oskaloosa at 641-673-8965. It's Christmas time at Mahaska Drug at 205 North East Street in Oskaloosa. They have everything Christmas that you could possibly need in the store. You've got to stop in and check it out. Plus, come see Santa at Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa every Saturday through Christmas, plus on Christmas Eve from 11 to 1. Mahaska Drug also has a wreath decorating contest going on. The annual Christmas giving tree is in store, and so much more. There's always something happening at Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa. They're open 7 days a week. Stop by for whatever your Christmas needs are.
When shopping here at Helmuth Ford, we will do our best to put you in the vehicle that you want, that you love, and that is safe for your family.
Your safety is our focus. That's why we are a full-service repair facility.
We'd love to sell you a vehicle of your choosing. If we don't have it, we'll do our best to find it for you. If you're looking for a vehicle with low miles, a great price, and a friendly atmosphere, come visit us here at Helmuth Ford.
We look forward to seeing you soon.
See our full inventory at helmuthford.com.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have multiple family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Through a partnership with Bloom Pediatrics of Ottumwa, McKenna Bond, ARNP, is here on Wednesday and Friday mornings to give your child the special care they need. Libby Dasso, PAC, is here for all your rheumatology needs. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience.
Enchanted Events, located just south of Sigourney off Highway 149, is the perfect venue to host a wedding, graduation, reunions, and so much more. They can seat up to 500 guests. There's bridal and groom rooms, a large bar, and more. For more inquiries, contact Mel or Chelsea or email enchantedeventsvenue@gmail.com or find more information at enchantedeventsvenue.com. Winter in the Midwest can definitely be unpredictable. Whether it's a frozen or broken water pipe, fire emergency, or a surprise mold, ServPro of Ottumwa, Oskaloosa, and Grinnell Pella has you covered with trained professionals ready 24/7, 365 days a year to make your emergency like it never even happened. Visit servpro.com, Ottumwa, Oskaloosa, or call us at 641-682-0782. Hey, we thank all of our sponsors like ServPro, like Christy Tarr, all these great sponsors making things possible. And that also includes Brothers Market in Sigourney for being our headline sponsor here on Steve Shetler Media, as well as Oski Dental for sponsoring our studios. Hey, the countdown is on. Steve Shetler Media presents Santa. That's not what I wanted. I did want to tell you about Santa Steve stocking, but I didn't want that to pop up. How about this, where we just, there. It's nice and quiet. Santa Steve Stocking. We're going to be picking the winner for Santa Steve Stocking coming up this Friday. So you got to get your registrations in if you haven't yet. Prize package valued at not $1,000, but $1,100. We've got $500 in cash. We've got gift cards. We've got the electric toothbrush, courtesy of Oski Dental. We're going to draw that prize winner. One person is going to win that prize pack coming up this Friday. So get into all those businesses that you see on your screen. Julie's Home Style Cafe, Shop Jen Miracle, Aesthetics by Lily, Style Me Crazy, Betsy's Boutique, Casey's in Sigourney, Stam's, Sinclair Napa, Barn Wired Brothers Market, Brush by Jude, Tassel Ridge Winery, also Sigourney TV and Appliance, Colbert Feed, Copper Lantern, Eagle's Nest Bookstore, Oski Dental, Sigourney Mercantile, and the Garden Gate. All of those places you can register, and one of you is going to win Santa Steve's stocking. So vote. You don't want to vote. You want to register. Voting, registering. You need to get your name in. And when you get your name in, make sure you write it down clearly and your phone number, too, so I can get a hold of you. So Santa Steve's stocking. We're going to draw our prize winner just in time for Christmas. Somebody gets that cash, all those gift cards, and the super nice toothbrush. You have nice, shiny, sparkly teeth in time for Christmas Day. All right, Santa Steve's stocking. Let's do some things you need to know. Whoa! Things you need to know. Royal insiders say there's a chance that Prince Andrew could be banned from walking to church with the royal family on Christmas Day. I mean, come on, people. Get over it. It's family. You don't need to do these stupid things. The royals. Disney planning on reviving Malcolm in the Middle with much of the old cast. Of course they are. Was anybody like clamoring to see Malcolm in the Middle redo? No. Nope. Nobody was. Oprah Winfrey's highlight from this past weekend was throwing a surprise 70th party for her friend Gayle King. Among the guests were Katy Perry, Stephen Colbert, Barf, Angela Bassett, Jeff Bezos, and Brooke Shields. So, Massachusetts is in the news again. I get, for some reason I have a lot of Massachusetts news. It's always fun to purposely butcher Massachusetts. Massachusetts has the worst drivers in the U.S., according to a recent study from the finance site Lending Tree. So don't drive in Massachusetts. They're bad drivers there. We told you a little bit about this yesterday. Jamie Foxx recovering from an incident at a restaurant during his birthday dinner on Friday that left him with injuries. He was having dinner with his family when a guy at another table was a jerk, started yelling at him, and then threw a glass at Jamie, which hit him in the face, requiring some stitches. So Jamie Foxx in the news. How about the Grand Slam ball that Freddie Freeman hit in the World Series? It sold at an auction over the weekend for $1.56 million. Big money for those baseballs. According to a new survey, 25% of adults in America suffer from chronic pain on a daily basis. 1 out of 4 adults in America with chronic pain on a daily basis. That's not good. Here, just for your scorecard at home, so you can keep up, there's a new LBGTQABCDEFG to identify. It's called symbiosexuality. What's that? Symbiosexuality. That is when a person is attracted to the relationship or energy between two people. This is real life, people. Quit laughing. This is not funny stuff. It's a distinct category a distinct category beyond existing sexual orientations or relationship practices. What does this mean? I don't know. They're just making stuff up at this point. But this one is called symbiosexuality. Attracted to basically, is it two other people's relationship? So weird. That's weird. It should have been on the weird news. Let's go to football. 49ers are suspending Devondre Campbell for 3 games, which is the remainder of the season, after he refused to go back into the game last Thursday night. Yeah, I think I'd just kick him to the curb. Microsoft They have warned that attacks on passwords have doubled since last year, and that it now, quote, blocks 7,000 attacks on passwords per second. So, I mean, your emails, your bank accounts, your online shopping accounts, they are constantly under attack by people trying to crack your passwords and steal your information. So just have strong passwords. Okay. President Joe Biden signing a proclamation yesterday establishing a national monument honoring the late FDR-era Labor Secretary Frances Perkins. Oh, good. I'm glad we have a national monument for Frances. She was the first woman appointed to serve in a presidential cabinet and a driving force behind the New Deal. And so now we can all go to the monument of Frances Perkins. And then finally, Japan's SoftBank has announced plans to invest $100 billion in U.S. projects over the next 4 years. Again, that's Japan's SoftBank, $100 billion in investments in the U.S. So Japan's coming for us, people. They're coming. Let's do this. Today's impossible question. Today's impossible question, the tallest one of these ever was over 20 stories tall. What is it? The tallest one of these ever was over 20 stories tall. What are we talking about? And by the way, I apologize. I can't see everybody's comments this morning on my phone. My stupid phone. I also can't see my Facebook messages for some reason. My Facebook messages have been a mess in the last week. It's not working. It doesn't let me see them. But I can see, I know Bubby and Dan were on. Dixie, Sherry, Nancy, Tamra, and Anthony. I see your comments. But for whatever reason, if there are any other comments, which I think there are, I can't see them. I don't know why. I'll throw my phone out the window. Today's impossible question, the tallest one of these ever was over 20 stories tall. We're talking about a Christmas tree. It's a tall tree. Tall trees. Let's go to the weird.
That is weird.
In some weird, mysterious bird deaths. According to the news, residents of Kansas City were alarmed by a sudden and unexplained phenomenon. Phenomenon. An unexplained phenomenon involving birds dropping from the sky in large numbers. Witnesses described seeing flocks of birds plummeting mid-flight, leaving experts puzzled about the cause. Wildlife authorities are investigating potential environmental factors such as toxins, weather conditions, or disease outbreaks. You know, we were talking about the bird flu yesterday. Maybe they just had a sudden case of the flu. Other weird news. This is sad. An 18-year-old boy tragically dying after his ATV fell through the ice while riding on a frozen lake just weeks before his birthday. He is remembered for his vibrant personality and deep love for the outdoors. The victim's body was found and recovered from the lake a few days after the accident. So, yeah. Other stuff. How about these drones on the East Coast? They're just going bonkers. The New York governor has urged federal intervention after a drone sighting temporarily shut down Stewart International Airport, marking the latest in a series of unexplained drone incidents across the region. I mean, I don't know if you guys... I don't watch the news. I mean, it's fake news on TV. I don't watch that garbage. So I don't know if the news is covering it. But man, the drones are going bonkers on the East Coast. It's pretty crazy. Or is it? Are they aliens? I don't know. An electrician has miraculously awakened from a weeks-long coma after suffering severe third-degree burns from accidental contact with a high-voltage power line. The incident occurred while he was working on an electrical project, resulting in life-threatening injuries. Doctors placed him in a medically induced coma due to the severity of his burns and the need for intensive treatment, including multiple surgeries and skin grafts. But yeah, he has woken up from that coma. Also in the weird news, there's a bunch of weird news today, and it's all pretty good stuff. A 30-year-old mom was pronounced clinically dead for an hour after suffering a rare and life-threatening complication. And I'm going to butcher this. It's called amniotic fluid embolism. Maybe I got that right. That was during a C-section delivery of her triplets, who were 33 weeks into the pregnancy. Surgeons performed the emergency procedure, replacing almost all of her blood and using an ECMO machine to take over her heart's functions. Now, she was clinically dead for an hour, but has come back to life. Her survival is hailed as a medical miracle. So best wishes to her. Finally, in some weird news today, a young woman's mishap went viral after she sat in some feces. What? Excuse me. She sat in some human feces on a New York City train while wearing rented jeans. Yeah, I guess you can rent clothes and jeans from a place called Nuuly, a clothing rental service. So she had rental jeans on. She sat in some poop. Caught off guard by this and mortified, she rushed to buy some new leggings, washing and returning the poopy jeans without informing the place that she rented them from. Her TikTok video recounted the ordeal. It amassed 10 million views, prompting a humorous response from Nuuly, which confirmed that the jeans were sanitized and removed from circulation. So don't worry about, re-renting the poopy pants. They're out of circulation. By the way, why was there poop to sit in on a New York City train? I mean, it's New York City. Somebody just had to go, and they just went right on the train seat. They're like, yeah, I'll just do a number 2 right here on the seat. And then somebody didn't look where they were sitting and sat in it. Ugh. Gross. Let's do the files of law and disorder. In the disorder, let's go back to the drones. Amid growing concern over mysterious drone sightings along the East Coast, U.S. lawmakers are demanding stronger action and advanced technology to track and identify the drones. Since mid-November, drones have been spotted over New York, New Jersey, and nearby states, including sensitive areas like military facilities and former President Donald Trump's golf course. I didn't know that was like a high priority area, but evidently it is. Let's see here. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, barf, has called on the Department of Homeland Security to deploy newly declassified radio wave technology capable of detecting and tracing drones. So the drones are getting out of control, people. Shall we do something that might make you smile?
Something that makes you smile.
Smiling's my favorite. Let's go to some smiles brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions. You can see Dr. Stacy Freeze for all things dental, like routine and emergency exams, pediatrics, and orthodontics. Lifetime Dental on the east side of the square in Sigourney. And something to make you smile, a 12-year-old hiker in Israel made a remarkable discovery while exploring the desert, stumbling upon a rare ancient Egyptian artifact believed to be over 3,000 years old. The artifact, identified as a, what's this called? Scarab amulet. Scarab? Features intricate carvings linked to Egyptian royalty and religious practices. experts confirmed its historical significance, suggesting it likely dates back to the Bronze Age when Egypt exerted control over the region. So that kid finding's a pretty cool thing. Or was it like, the mummy, and he just brought back to life some horrible thing that's going to wreak havoc on the world? We'll find out together. But for now, it's something to make you smile. And it's brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions. That story will be posted in its entirety coming up here in a few minutes on Steve Shetler Media Facebook. And let's go to the passenger aboard an Iberia. What is Iberia? Iberia? I've heard of Siberia. Iberia Express flight. Oh, it's a airplane. Iberia Express flight from Ibiza to Madrid. A passenger aboard this flight caused panic after activating the plane's emergency slide while the aircraft was on the runway. The story would have been better if he would have activated it in mid-flight, but oh well. The incident occurred during a delay caused by refueling while the plane's engines were off, leaving the cabin uncomfortably warm. They were getting hot. Frustrated and agitated, the passenger demanded to disembark, accusing the crew of detaining him when they refused. He then deployed the emergency slide. I don't know if it was the electric slide or not, but the emergency slide, prompting alarm among fellow travelers. The disruption led to delays, misconnections. People were not happy with that guy. So he gets the duh.
Duh.
Yeah, no duh. Let's take a look at our forecast one more time. It's brought to us by the Garden Gate in Sigourney. Increasing clouds today, high around 39, and then maybe, possibly, some rain tonight, maybe, possibly, mixing with some snow. Maybe. Just a 30% chance for that to happen. Your weather brought to us by the Garden Gate. Hey, again, we do thank Brothers Market in Sigourney for being our headline sponsor. We thank Oski Dental for sponsoring our studios. Video-wise, coming up later on today, Tuesdays are always a little bit quieter than usual. We'll have In Remembrance Of at 8 a.m. I'm looking up at my video schedule. We'll have the What's Happening in Southeast Iowa video, a community calendar video a little bit later on today. 5:30 has Successful Farming. And then also tonight, we've got that Pekin Lone Tree basketball doubleheader, girls and boys. So yeah, another back-to-back nights of basketball with Sigourney last night and Pekin coming up tonight. So tune in. Pekin versus Lone Tree basketball doubleheader coming up tonight here on Steve Shetler Media. Otherwise, again, get out there, sign up for Santa Steve Stocking. Got limited days left on that. We're going to be picking up the boxes at various points this week. So get out there and get signed up for Santa Steve Stocking, drawing our winner on Friday. Okay, that does it for today. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.